Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope you had a great spring break. I'm here actually Saturday. I'm looking out the windows and it's gorgeous out there, so hopefully you're out there and you were playing around this last weekend for Easter and everybody's doing well. But we do got to get back at it. But I'm going to ease you into this. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to do the Unit 8 closure. And we're going to spend Tuesday and Thursday on that. And then on Friday, you're going to do a Canvas quiz. We're going to do that a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit meatier than a formative, but not as big as a summative. And you're going to do it on Canvas, not on Google Forms. Okay, so we're going to give that a try. So first, we're going to do Unit 8 closure day 1, and then we'll do it day 2, and then again on Fridays when you're going to do the quiz. Okay, so let's get this started. So if you notice, we have my Billy Goat friend here. It says, what happened to the plant in math class? It grew square roots. Okay, so I got fired from my job at the bank today. An old lady came in and she asked me to check her balance. So I pushed her over. I thought it was funny. I know, you're like, oh, poor granny, but I thought it was funny. Okay, let's get going. So we're going to start with 8-136. So 8-136 into closure. We're going to do the first problem. We have 3 squared times 3 to the 5th. If you remember, when we're multiplying, what do we do to the exponents? Yep, we should be adding, so just 3 to the 7th. Okay, go up here, we have 4 to the 5th over 4 to the 3rd. So if you remember, we take 4 to the 5th and we minus the exponents. So when we divide, we subtract. We're here, we added. So now I have 4 to the 2nd. And it says rewrite the expression in a simpler form. So this could be a simpler form, or you could actually simplify that. Both of them would be acceptable, okay, which would be 4 squared. On the next one, the 4 is on the outside. So we have 3 times x squared, okay, and we're multiplying that by the 4. So this goes to both pieces. So we have 3 to the 4th power, and then 4 times 2 is x to the 8th power. Now for this one, I would do 3 to the 4th power. I would do 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, times 3 is 81. And I would finish this one off at 81x to the 8th. And then our last one, we have 3 times x to the 3rd. My board's a little blurry. I hope I've got the right number in there. Times 7 times x to the 5th. Okay, 3 times 7 is 21. X to the 3rd, x to the 5th should be x to the 8th. So pretty straightforward. Okay, 8-138, scientific notation standard form. So we want to take it from scientific notation, put it into standard form, and keep flip-flopping those. So it says I've got 3 places I need to move this, okay? So this is times, okay, 3 zeros. So it's times 1,000. So if we're going to move it 3 places, 1, 2, 3, okay, we get 1,923.1. Now, if you want, okay, and you're going, wait a minute, how is that possible? Okay, we get on a calculator. We do 1.9231 times 1,000, and that should tell you that you get 1923.1, if you were unclear. Here, we need to put it into scientific notation, so we got to move this 1, 2, 3 places. So 3.56 times 10. Now remember, really tiny number, that's a negative exponent. And we moved it 3 places, so 10 to the negative 3rd. Here, our decimal's at the end. We move it over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 2.437 times 10 to the 8th power. And then our last one, let me move the board up a little bit easier to see. I have to the negative 6 power, so I'm going to move this 6 times. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite it down here, 8, 1, 4, 9. So I'm going to move it 6 times, so there is ones, and then I need 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, 8, 1, 4, 9. Okay, so 6 places total. If you go backwards, make sure it happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would be right back where I was, and we're good to go. Okay, and then on 139, we've got 2 problems. You either got to solve the equation or the system. Okay, for here, I would personally get rid of the fractions. I'd fraction bust it. Okay, so in this case, and I'll write it a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. Over 2 equals x minus 1 over 5. I would multiply everything times 10. So 10 with here, so that goes in there once, goes in here twice. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 goes into 2 once. 2 goes into 10 5 times. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 3 is 15. Subtract our 2x. So I have 3x plus 15 equals negative 2. Subtract 15. So I have 3x equals negative 17. And then divide by 3. And x equals, you can leave it that way. It'd probably be a little bit better if we did negative 5 2/3. Would be a little bit better. So negative 5 2/3. And then obviously you can test it by putting it back in for the x's. You know, we also can double check our work. Going, yep, I had 5 times 3, that's a 15, 2, that's a 2. We subtracted 2x, gives me a 3x. I subtracted 15. Okay, looks good. Let's move on to their system. So they both are set equal to y. So then I can do 1/2 x plus 3 equals 1/3 x minus 4. I'm going to bust this fractions by multiplying by 6. So 6 times this is 3x. 6 times there is 18. 6 times that is 2x. 6 times 4 is 24. Subtract 2x. Subtract 2x. So I get x plus 18 equals negative 24. Subtract 18. X equals negative, what is that, 42. So since x is negative 42, I got to figure out what y is. So put a negative 42 into one of these. I'm going to do it into this one. So I would have, if I do it to this one, I would have negative 42 times 1 is negative 42 over 2 plus 3. That's negative 21 plus 3, which is negative 18. Questions? Cool. Okay, now it's your turn. This is where you can pause the video, write these problems down. So I've got 3 up there, a couple scientific notation in standard form, and then 1 equation to solve. Pause your video, get these done, and then unpause it, and I'll have the answers. So go. Okay, now that you're back, let's check your answers. So you should have gotten 4 to the 15th power, 1,728 y to the 18th, w over 2 over m, 3.2476 times 10 to the 6th, 8.675309 times 10 to the negative 3. And then when you solve the equation, you should have gotten m equals 10. Move that up for you. There you go. So you can pause it, check your answers. And we'll see you on Thursday. Adios, guys.